Hey everyone, it's Mojaxx, still not in the DJcity UK lab, still here in Fort Lauderdale taking a look at the new products from Denon DJ. Now in this raft of new releases, there are some things which I could have predicted, some things I definitely did predict, like the Prime 2, and a few things like this, which have come completely out of left field. This is the Prime Go. Let's take a look. It's always nice to be surprised by new products. I've been doing this a long time, and sometimes it can feel a bit like I can second guess the moves that any given company is going to make next. So seeing the Prime Go for the first time was a real pleasure. The tagline for the Go which Denon DJ are using is ultimate portability, and that makes a lot of sense. For a standalone all-in-one unit, the Go is incredibly compact and easily carried in a decent sized backpack. The key to really understanding the Go, I think, is that despite its size, Denon DJ are still positioning it as a pro-level device, which is good considering it has a street price of just under $1,000 in the US. So whilst the Go is very accessible and could easily be used by a beginner, it's really not dumbed down in any way compared with the rest of the Prime series. That same internal engine OS powers the Go, with just as much processing power and the same performance level as the other hardware. Let's run through what you get. It's a 2-deck standalone device with USB and SD card inputs for your media. As with all the Prime gear, it also includes wired and wireless networking for use with streaming services. It has 4 performance pads on each deck with dual layers, so you have access to hot cues, loops and roll. There's 1 effects unit assignable to either deck and 2 different filter and sweep effects. The connections are definitely pro level. You have XLR master out plus an RCA output and a separate booth output with jack sockets. There's not 1 but 2 mics with combo XLR and jack sockets and a link port for either streaming or connecting to things like SoundSwitch. The screen is a 7-inch multi-touch display, and although some of the UI has been moved around, it is fundamentally running exactly the same internal engine OS as the other Prime gear, and therefore works in mostly the same way, with features like track preview, crate sorting, on-the-fly analysis. Basically, after a quick play, I didn't find anything lacking even when compared to the flagship 6,000 players. Very impressive. There's going to be one limitation of the Go, and that's due to the size of it, which is the Jog Wheels. They're capacitive and have a pretty nice feel, but they are tiny. For queuing and blending, that won't be a problem, but cutting and scratching, whilst possible, is not a lot of fun. I don't have an issue with that, it is the nature of this device, but it is important to note. The one big feature I haven't mentioned yet is that the Go includes a rechargeable lithium-ion battery. Denon DJ promised 4 hours of performance with that off a full charge, which I'll happily believe as the demo unit we've been using actually went beyond that 4 hours as far as I could tell. And that battery is the thing which I think really levels up the Go. You can take it anywhere, whether that's on a train, a plane, in the back of a car, and perform, practice or prepare sets with a full professional setup, no power required. The fact that you can now create and edit playlists and crates directly on Prime devices means that you can easily prep a USB stick or SD card on the move with the Go and then take that out to use with other Prime gear at your gig. Very dope indeed. On our first night at this event in Florida, Denon DJ pulled out a Go after our dinner and we all sat around by the pool just jamming, using tracks streaming from Tidal, so we didn't even need any media. As most people were already familiar with the engine OS which the device runs, it was very easy to pick up the Go and just get right down to it, even in such an unusual situation. I don't think a single one of us who sat around the pool that night came away not wanting a Go in our gear collection. It is definitely a pro device, but it's also a lot of fun. So there you go, my first look at the Denon DJ Prime Go. I wasn't entirely sure about this when I first saw it. I first saw the press release. I didn't really know what to make of it. But having now played around with it here in Fort Lauderdale for a couple of days, I think I kind of understand. This is not a beginner device. It is priced accordingly. It's a professional device designed to be used by professional working DJs. It's a very useful device. It's going to fit into a lot of different slots within that working DJ kind of ecosystem. And it's really got its own place as part of the Prime series. It doesn't feel like any kind of dumbed down thing. This feels on a level with the rest of the stuff in that series. So really excited to spend more time with it, to get to know it better, and to bring you my full review in a few weeks' time. Thank you for watching today. Make sure you subscribe for all our future tips, tricks, and product reviews. I'll see you soon.